Morning, Tom.
Morning, Rick.
Morning, you lot.
Morning.
You're watching the Two Fuels.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Right then, Dom. What car have we got today, Dom?
Oh, we've got quite a nice BMW M5 Competition.
M5 Competition.
Yep.
It is a sexy bit of kit.
It's very, very nice. 2019.
My cup of tea, this.
Well, you are an old man now.
Well, I know, yeah, turned 50.
There you go.
What, 3-4 weeks? Anyway,
Something like
50
that.
now, yeah.
Moving on.
Catching Dom up. But yeah, this is cool. It's an M5 Competition. Yep. So let's go for a bit of a drive, a bit of a chat.
Go and get a coffee first.
And go and get some coffee, indeed.
It's been a while.
I haven't driven this yet, so in fact, I've not driven for a long time. I've forgotten what to do, actually.
Oh, no, this is the first
This
thing.
already looks challenging.
Nah, this is the first thing. I'm not going to tell you what to do, you say, because it took me a while to figure it out.
Where's the...
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Well, that should be in, and then we should just go, but obviously we're not going to. So what do we click then?
Some minutes later.
Take it out of park. It's not in park. Goes across.
Ah! Yeah.
So heads up display straight away. I can see that.
Correct.
That was quite cool. See, normally you come out there, there's like a big bump in there, but in this it's like it's a bit of comfort today.
It's almost Bentley.
My cup of tea,
It's
this.
Bentley-like, and it's
I'm telling you, this is proper comfy.
nice. It is.
So yeah, we're back to that already. It's nice. It's nice.
Nice. It's nice.
So 2019 a BMW M5 Competition. It's been lent to us by
Paul.
Paul. Thank you, Paul, for lending us the car.
Thank you very, very much.
It's a lovely bit of kit, and you've trusted us with it.
It's proper.
Seats are proper comfy.
They're almost, they're not sort of sporty seats, but they're really, there's a little bit of there. There's a little bit of comfort to them, but there's a little bit of support, and I think there's lots and lots of things that you can do to tweak them to make them.
I was going to say, imagine there's like 1,000,001 settings to make it tighten on your buttocks, massage your back.
Buttocks.
The seats are proper comfy. I like it.
Yeah.
Driving position is nice. The steering wheel is sexy leather.
Very, very nice.
A lot of buttons on it though, Dom. You said it's a nice steering wheel for you. There's a lot of buttons
There
on
is
there.
a lot of
I'm looking
buttons.
at that going.
There is a lot of buttons, but having had a BMW in the past, you tend to like get used to them.
Do you know what? There's not that many buttons on there when you look at it.
There is.
There's
Not compared to a Mercedes.
There's cruise control, and there's your stereo, and there's all your bits on there. There's the all-important heated steering wheel button, yeah?
Which
Which
will,
today, to be honest with you, it's fresh outside, isn't it? So
cool.
Yeah. But and then there's the double red M buttons,
Yeah, they're quite nice, those.
which we've not had
Oh, he's waving us through.
a whiz around seeing what they're set to. But there's the M buttons on there. Again, there's 1,000,001 videos on the interwebs.
Yeah, there's plenty telling you how to set them up and what to do and what they do, and you know.
Generally, one means go fast, and the other one means go faster and scare you. Something like that, yeah.
If you've pressed 2, I think Paul's got it set to everything off.
Okay.
You're on your own Tinkerbell.
Okay.
So
Well, the weather's all right for that today. It's a bit cold, but it's dry.
it is,
so
but when you push that button, I think it removes the 4-wheel drive function, because as we know, being in a new BMW, it's now X-Drive.
It is
not
X-Drive.
just rear-wheel drive like they have been for a long, long time. But this has the ability to turn off the front wheels and turn it into a standard drift machine, or death trap, whichever.
Death trap.
Yeah, whichever way you want to look
Unless
at it.
you know what you're doing, you're going to get in trouble. So,
We'll stay away from that one.
but yeah, I think with how much power have we got through this?
I think we're pushing 600 brake.
4-wheel drive's probably a sensible
Well, it is at that sort of level, isn't it?
a sensible solution, really.
3 seconds to 60. I think we'll do a couple of launches later on, just sort of see if we can. We've got a draggy run in, so we can see if we can see what we can get out of it.
So yes, this is a nice, comfy car. There's the Duragir bit of gloss black in it.
Yeah.
Not masses, is there?
There's not
masses.
that masses. It's not compared to
it looks nice.
Not compared to a Mercedes, which is definite gloss black heaven.
Yeah, I think there's a nice mix of materials in here actually. When you think, there's a little bit of chrome. I'm not a fan of chrome, but there's a little bit of chrome as an accent.
Ambient lighting.
There's your ambient lighting in there.
Bit of fake carbon, I think.
I think it's.
You think it's real?
I don't know. It's nice though. Leather's all good. Stitching on the dash is good.
You'd hope it would be real for...
Probably his competition pack, it probably is, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
for the cost.
Dom's going to go and do his research. We'll know by the time we edit, yeah, Dom?
Yeah, correct, absolutely. Standard.
Standard. Memory seats, heated seats. It's got everything in here.
I think most of the boxes have been ticked when Paul's ordered this. I would have thought it probably would be pushing 110,000 plus.
Yeah, they were sort of 90 to 100,000 stock.
Yeah.
And then when he started in competition and a few bits and bobs,
Is that a burst shell? Before we start putting bits on it, like wheels
that was old school Mercedes once it used to do that.
Yeah. Can I have a radio, please? Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's £150.
And that's just for the AM FM version.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
No, this is cool. Dashboard's mega. I like that. This is a nice digital dash in here.
It is. It's a bit like, not quite Audi-like. I don't think they've quite grasped it as Audi, but I still like the display. I think it looks good.
They've not gone virtual cockpit, have they? They've just done digital dash.
It's almost virtual. Well, it is virtual cockpit because it's completely digital, isn't it? But I don't think there's anything on there that's not digital. So it is a virtual cockpit, but it's certainly... I don't know. It's nice. It does look good.
It looks cool. Both the dials go in the correct direction, unlike the new BMWs where they go backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about that yet. I think it's going to take a bit of a while to get used to it. So, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, it picks up all right, doesn't it?
Well, you would as well with 600 brake under your right foot, so...
It got me head a little bit then. I was like, I wasn't quite expecting that. Yeah, that picks all right, that.
4.4 twin turbo.
This is my kind of like little stealth machine. I like this. I say little, it's not that little anymore, is it?
It's 2 tons of German metal. There's not a lot of little about it, 5 metres long.
It's stealth though, isn't it? I know it's got that stuff on the outside. It's got mega blue paint on it. I never know what colour blue this is. BMW one, we'll stick a link up because it is a specific blue.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it looks cool in this blue paint, and I think it's pretty understated. I know last time we had an M3 on the V8 one, and I was like, it's understated, and you were like, no, look at the flares and look at the fleurs.
Fleurs.
And but this is understated. This one, I think.
This is definitely more understated.
You know, it's got the black pack on it, so it's got the black grille and all the black accents. There's no chrome out there, and it's got, I'm guessing, 20-inch wheels on this. Can't be 21s. They get a bit giddy, aren't they?
You'd think they were 21s.
Do you think the 21s on it?
I don't know. The big wheels. We'll have a look afterwards.
The big wheels. So we'll have a look when Dom goes to have a look at the tyres and have a little bit of rubbing of his knees.
275 with 35 with 20s.
And the rears?
Oh, they're staggered. 285s. Woo!
It's got some really nice alloys on it. So I like these style alloys.
I think they are the optional competition pack alloys.
I like these wheels. They're a nice wheel. They're kind of... We did it last time. Everybody has CSL style wheels on BMs, and these are sort of next gen CSL. I think these are cool. And then there's nothing too sort of wild on the front end. There's no big.
Well, it has the full array of cameras / adaptive cruise, radar.
Yeah, but from a styling point of view on the front, there's nothing wild on the way of.
No, there's
no splitters. There's no canards.
No, there isn't. No, it's you're back to being very, very subtle /
So, unless you're new.
You could turn up to a meeting in this and not look at a flash gate.
Not like a flash gate, okay.
Flash gate.
Okay.
Flash. Let's choose words carefully.
So I think it's pretty cool and pretty understated. It's only when you get around the back end there's a little bit of a giveaway with exhaust pipes on each side.
4.
Big diffusers in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's still
large tyres,
and you know carbon boot spoiler on the top, isn't there?
Yeah, it's not subtle though, isn't it? It's a subtle lip spoiler.
It's not wild, but you sit there going, it looks purposeful.
Purposeful's a good word.
It just doesn't look, I'm going to eat you up, even though it is.
So would we go for this or a Merc C63S?
I don't know, different animals I think. I think this is, so you're in the E63 range with this, which is slightly bigger. And I guess what you want, I'd probably go for the BM because it's a little bit more understated. You'd probably go for a Merc because it's a bit more in your face.
Yeah.
And that's kind of representative of personalities a little bit, maybe.
I think this is. I think for me, this is a little bit too subtle. But I think as a car to actually drive and take out, you're back to that it's definitely not a B-roll blaster, we know that for a fact, weighing 2 ton with 600 brake, but certainly to travel across a continent at pace and comfort, wow, yeah, this is definitely nice.
I think you could have fun on a B-road in this. I think you'd have your hands full, and you'd be having to pay attention. But you're not telling me that this is any smaller than some of these supercars that are coming out and being wielded around, and this is kind of up there in supercar territory of power and performance, isn't it?
Well, yeah, maybe, I suppose. Yeah, it's 5 meters long.
So you're taking your Ferrari or your Lambo out or whatever. It can't be an easy drive.
No.
But yeah, I think this is a good way of being able to sit on the autobahn.
Doing a steady 180.
Well, yeah, you would do. I think you'd forget what speed you were doing in this. It's pretty quiet in here as well, isn't it? It's pretty chilled out.
It's very nice.
So what else have we got inside the car, Dom?
Well, we've got the usual sort of big screen there that BMW have got steadily bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's quite big down here, actually. Yeah, it's quite a big screen, that. But again, you've got all your sat navs and all your gubbins.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a. Let's have a bit of a look. I think is everything now professional with BMW?
Pro nav probably is at this level. Yeah, I mean, if you've got a standard nav in this, you're probably disappointed. So like Pro nav in here, split screen on there. We've got all your usual CarPlay, blah 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 blah. We've got Dom's favourite dual zone climate control.
Biggest waste of time ever.
Now, well, we're in quite a big car now, so we're quite a long way away from each other.
No, we're not that far away. Trust me.
I mean, we are full coronavirus away from each other. No, so you've got all your dual.
We're in a bubble.
Have we got cooled seats there? Is that what they are? What's that button? There's a heated one there and a cooled one there. I think we've got cooled seats in this.
Oh,
hey?
You know what? I think it's the first ever car I've been in with cooled seats. So I'm going to put yours on really cold and see what happens.
I'm not sure if it's coming through yet, actually, but yeah, cooled seats in it. Very nice. The heads up's really good. Nice. It's well positioned. It's kind of like there, so you can see it, but it's not.
Have you noticed the display difference when you put your foot on the accelerator?
In your face and interfering.
Correct.
Difference in display.
Yeah, so if you jump on the accelerator, you get a nice rev counter that comes up to sort of count you down from changing gear. Maybe it only works in manual.
Just quite conscious of not staring too much at heads-up display whilst I'm whizzing along a road.
Why did you crash? I was looking at what speed I was.
Out, yeah. How fast were you going? No, I can see the heads-up display very clearly. I could have this as my daily car, as my do-it-all car. This would be, yeah.
Could you?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. I don't think I could afford to put the fuel in it.
Don't think you could neither. I don't think I could, if I'm being honest.
Dom noticed it was doing. We don't know what the MPG on it was, but the fuel gauge is just every time you put your foot down, the fuel gauge goes down as well.
It moves a little bit. Sounds good though.
It's been a bit erratic with its noise on the back, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit strange in regards of pops and burbles on demand are not really there, which is, I suppose, quite a good thing because, unlike you,
it's not a Mercedes.
Unlike your Mercedes crew. So,
I'll tell you what though, it is good. Oh, it drives well.
What do you think of the steering?
I think it's nice.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit distant.
It's a little vague. I mean, you drive a GT3, Dom, so
not every day,
yeah, but you're used to how sharp steering is.
Yeah, maybe.
I drive a 2006 X3 on a daily basis.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. If we're going down that route,
what?
I drive an 18-year-old Freelander.
In that case, then this
on
is
a daily
ultra sharp steering versus that, surely.
So if we're playing top trumps of who's got
Don normally goes like this. Hello, Freelander. We're going to go left in a minute, and then he turns a wheel, and then it goes. No?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this has got good steering. Yes, there's a little bit, but again, you just get used to it and compensate for it. I think it's pretty direct steering, and I think coming through that bit there and the few bits we've done, it doesn't feel. I know you said, oh, it's a heavy car, but I don't think it feels that heavy. Let's have a look through here. I think the steering's good on it for a big car. it's pointing the steering well to me. Suspension's pretty good.
Suspension's really good. I'm definitely impressed with the suspension.
Because it's, what are we on, two and whatever ton car?
2 and a little bit, yeah, definitely there, isn't it?
It's a notoriously bumpy bit of road that we come down here. It's soaking everything up. You'd expect it to at £100,000.
You would, but I mean, it's not made for blasting down a British B road. I think it's definitely made more for European.
It's a bit softer sprung, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Although we are in comfort suspension at the moment. I'm sure.
No,
I'm
we're
sure
in sport. We're in sport suspension. I suppose we can always go into
we're sport plus now.
See how that.
Yeah, that's a bit
Still
stiff.
big thing in the world.
It's, yeah, that's fun.
Good job with you.
It's definitely. Oh yeah, you couldn't have that. Couldn't be in sport plus all the time.
That's firm. That's at least the suspension is a definite difference between.
Yeah, back in sport.
Yeah.
So that's stiffer, but doable. But yeah, comfort's fine. Coming back in comfort.
God.
I went to the osteopath yesterday. I don't want to undo all the hard work I've just done there. Paddles.
Nice. Not plastic.
You know, I'm not sure. They're all right. I still think they want to be a bit bigger in cars. But again, this is it's a bit more of a business family friendly type car, isn't it? You don't really want 2 big race paddles, I suppose, sticking out there.
No, I think that overall, as a package, I think BMW definitely tick that box, that they make it everything slick. I think BMW have still raised the game a little bit as regards of their interiors. I think they've come on leaps and bounds from where they were. But I still look at this and go, this is a nice place to live on a daily basis.
I can sort of say the interior, it's unmistakably BMW. Everything's BMW in it, but it's been modernised fine. I know they got criticised for like, nothing ever changes, but this feels like it. This would be, when you were looking at an M2 a couple of years ago, and obviously we're coming to the stage where we normally see the little M2 and you have your little moments of, ooh, M2 come, I don't know where he goes.
They're nice though, aren't they?
But and you sort of said, oh, you know, it's a mega car, but the interior is not really anything up from.
Yeah.
Whereas this is.
This is definitely. If this was in the M2, I think that all right, it might cost another 10 grand more on a new price, but I think you'd sit in it and go, this is to me what an M2 should be like inside. Not.
I agree. This cockpit look ahead, steering wheel's great. I mean, it's great to look at. It's great size. It's great feel. It's not too thick. BMW have been a bit giddy, and I know you like a thick girth, Dom, in your hand. But this is mega steering wheel, and the cockpit, the digital cockpit, looks superb. You feel like you're in a
proper car.
You feel like you're in a special car.
Yeah, well, you are in a special car, and I think the M2 should also have, and I'm assuming that at some point in time this will then trickle down into the M2s, and
when the electric M2 comes out, There's going to be another M2, do you? Do you think there'll be another M2? I'm not so sure.
Are we thinking it's finished?
I hope not, because it's mega. It's back to original what a fast sports car should be. The downside will be if they bring out an M2 in that horrific 2 Series saloon that they've done. That's just.
Or a Grand Coupe. Is that the one we're looking at? Or is that different to the coupe?
No, there's a coupe. There's a 4-door saloon 2 Series they brought out. It's been hit with the ugly stick. Put it that way.
I bow down to your fanboy status of BMWs.
It's been hit with the ugly stick. So yeah, hopefully it won't trickle down. Hopefully there will be another M2, but I don't know. The days of 3-litre straight 6 engines are
disappearing.
They are, aren't they? Rapidly. When we're looking at 2025, Jaguar have declared they're going fully electric.
Will it happen though? It's all right. I'm saying this like statement. We've got a grand statement that, yeah. I mean, I know somebody else has done the same thing. Somebody else has said that statement as well. I don't know who it is.
I think a Mini might have come out this week saying they're going to go electric by then as well.
But I don't know, unless it's a massive step change in charging availability. I think that the price of them is very dear still. I think that unless there's a massive input again from the government to help you buy them, I think there's just such a restriction on who, on an average sort of salary, an average price, is going to spend £30,000 plus.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the matching hairstyles of that couple.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
or we're listening to Metallica.
Yeah,
One of the
anyway,
two.
that was weird. Anyway,
Moving
sorry.
on.
Yeah, price point's a good one. The new Audi. You've seen the new Audi e-tron RS that's come out. What a mega looking car that is. Mega bit of kit. Again, it's £100,000. You're like,
who's going to buy it? Who's going to, where's it going to fit into the marketplace now as regards of cars that can be bought by not normal people, but just sort of like, Joe Bloggs who's doing and working, and he's not got £30,000 plus to go and spend on it.
You buy a Renault Zoe, the most popular electric car with the best range out there.
And how far does it go?
No, 300-mile range.
Okay, and how much is it?
Yeah, you pick them up 15 grand, 17 grand.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what you need.
Fair enough then.
That's what you need. So it'll be getting there, but I think the M2, I don't know. I hope not. I hope manufacturers keep bringing out performance cars, but maybe there'll be some mega electric performance cars.
Oh, Porsche's done it, I suppose.
There will be. Oh, well, exactly. Look at the Taycan.
Taycan.
What's your Taycan on it?
Turbo S.
See what I did there?
What?
Yeah, Taycan and the e-tron. Well, they're saying they're the two cars that are like pushing the boundaries of it at the moment. So it's going to get there. But yeah, we will see. But this is mega. And what are the back seats like, Dan? Shall we? I tell you what we'll do. Just up here, we'll pop in for a coffee up here.
Get a coffee.
And while you go and get a coffee, I'll jump in the back seat.
Sounds like a plan.
And then you'll forget that I'm in the back seat, and then I'll jump out and you scare when you get back in. As no? Right, we'll do. Let's go and grab a coffee, and we'll be back in a minute. Plenty of space in the back. Ski hatch, always useful. Get your skis in, golf clubs in. Yep, loads of space in the back. The only oldie worldy thing in this, as I'm looking them out, what door pins? Oh, they are.
How oldie worldy then?
They old school now, aren't they?
Proper old school.
Yeah.
They're like so out of place in this car, it's incredible. For everything being so modern and futuristic and digital.
Do you feel like that's the one item that the Bavarians cocked up on an order about 17 years ago?
No,
I said get 100,000, not 100 million. So rather than wasting away a very small amount of money they've got.
That's the same as like you had in yours.
I reckon that's E30 generation, that. Isn't it?
It's quite weird.
I like it though, it's retro. No. Can you stop it? Because I suddenly had visions of my knees being... I like that though. Yeah, so electric seats, driver and passengers.
Electric headrests. It's the same one that moves the back up and down. You move it up and down. No. That's your seat, not your back.
Oh, that's done me private bits.
Lumbar support, even though it's not lumbar.
Not that
Thigh.
bit. Oh, right, that. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
And the lighted as well. The headrests are lighted.
Illuminated.
Alright, we all can't come from Altrincham and Sale like you, Pop lad. Not my fault. Some of us were dragged up on council yesterday.
Lighted.
I'm sorry.
We need to be, respectful and appropriately. I was going to say vocabularic, but that's not a real word either. We need to do an appropriate vocabulary for the vehicle. Alcantara headliner.
Don't touch it.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I mean, I don't think you can leave marks on there. It's nice though.
Yeah.
Alcantara headliner's good.
That's Brett.
Do you think that's? I think it's standard in anthracite. I like it.
You mean black?
Anthracite, that, isn't it? Oh, it's not black, that. Racist. Anthracite, that's nice though, isn't it? I like it. It's good. What's this SOS button do? Let's not press that. These are pretty cool. I like the lights. They're sexy. Yeah?
Let's turn it off because we've already used the temperature.
Carbon cardon.
That's got to be standard at this level, surely.
I would imagine so. Well, this has got in it. I've got some bits written down here. So we've got a 20 gig hard drive sat here. Don't know where it is.
Right, I'm going to ask a question now.
Yeah.
You've obviously had quite a few cars, some with hard drives in, some with not.
Yeah.
Have you ever put anything on the hard drive of a car?
No.
Meaning, that's as useful as dual climate controller.
Dual cockpit dashboard 4-zone climate control it's got.
So that people in the back can have different temperatures.
That's good, isn't it? I like that.
What?
No,
A
not
more bigger waste
Not
of
like
space.
that.
That's even
No,
more
no.
stupid.
Pro nav in here, adaptive LED headlights, adaptive cruise control, full leather, M Sport steering wheel. It's got the works.
I think every box has been ticked.
Well, if it hasn't, what else do you need? Carbon back seats. You don't need that, do you?
No, you don't.
And let's be honest, carbon back seats in this would be a waste of time. It weighs a lot.
Yeah.
A little carbon weight saving not going to make a difference, is it?
No.
And what's the point anyway? It's cool.
I think the little bit of research I did, they actually were a lighter car because they used a lot of aluminium. So I think they saved about 100 kilos on the last car, but then of course they threw four-wheel drive in it, so 50 kilos went straight back on. So it's technically lighter than last generation, which is quite impressive considering the amount of they've thrown into it. I have to bleep that out, I'm sorry. But it's
Quite
like
impressive because what, Dom?
the amount of
Oh right, I gave you the opportunity to redeem yourself and you went back and did it again.
Yeah, I think that to actually get them a little bit lighter, and it's obviously gone a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, a little bit fatter, but it's a little bit lighter, which is a good shout for BMW.
I like sexy wing mirrors. I think they're sexy.
They're on everything though, aren't they, BMW?
I mean, it's not a sentence you normally come out with. I like the sexy wing mirrors.
But you're back to like Audi's lights, where we're going back to R8's lights with the nice indicators that they had on the R8s, and then they filtered down through. I think they do still keep them on the M cars, but I'm pretty certain that they're going to start to filter through into the 118Ds at some point in time.
I like them. They're cool, those. They've got little blind spotlights on them. Did you see those lighting up when we were filming a bit earlier?
Yeah.
Like red lights pinging away. Ding, 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 ding. Lane keep assist, Dom. Has that played you? No.
It
doesn't, does it?
You know what? It's there and it comes on, but instead of like the Yaris going beep, 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 it doesn't. It just lights up and says you're going across the white lines.
I was watching a glut of videos when the new M4 obviously got released a couple of weeks ago, because everybody and his dog released their M4 video on the same day. Not us, because BMW have not recognised us yet, but
they will do soon.
But they will do soon.
Yeah.
And that's got lane keep assist in it, and the people were moaning about it, that it's a bit like the Yaris, that it switches itself on every time you get back in the car. So even if you choose, I don't need that, I know how to drive within my lane. I've been driving some time and I know what to do. It goes, all right, dickhead, back on again.
It's a bit like the truck I was driving yesterday. That did the same thing.
Did it?
Yeah, you filter out your lane, it goes zzz at you. This doesn't, it just flashes up.
Well, I like this. It's there to tell you, but it's not intrusive. Intrusive, obtrusive. That's a good scratch down the side of that car. Why, who's done that? Someone's keyed the whole thing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And they've gone across the whole bonnet.
Yeah, he's definitely not. Oh, he's.
So yeah, it's nice in it. Let's have a little chat about the competition. I don't mean the competition version of this. I mean the competition of the car. You've got an Audi RS7.
Oh, that's a big boss.
They're big cars. I like. They look mega, but they are big cars.
They're a big boss. Are they any bigger than this though? Probably not.
Probably not.
But they just look big.
Yeah, they look big and long. So that's all the boys. You got the Mercedes AMG E63.
I don't know. What's the difference between the E and the C? The E's a little bit bigger, but I think that What's
the difference between a 5 and a 3? Well, the 5's a little bit bigger.
It don't work like that anymore.
Of course it does.
What, even with BMW?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
The E63 is the equivalent to this. It's the same size, it's pitched at the same market.
Audience.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be interested
And then weirdly, I've got written down here, Porsche Panamera is the same. It's competition for this. And there was a Panamera when I was coming up today, actually. It's one of those e-hybrid ones, and I was like, I can't make mine up whether they've grown on me or not. Sometimes they look cool, sometimes they just look crap.
I don't think crap's the correct word.
No, it is. Sometimes you just look crap. They've got them little wheels on it. If you go back to the early generations of Panameras, they look crap. They had little wheels on them, a little bit of chrome on it. They'd not quite got the styling sorted out. It just looked a bit like, I'm not quite sure about myself yet.
But is the Porsche Panamera still being built now, the Taycan's out? Well, because surely the Taycan is the equivalent.
Stop calling me Shirley, I'm Rick. I know it's been a while since we've been here.
Yes,
Rick and Dom.
Yes, John.
All right.
Surely the Taycan's the equivalent of this car in Porsche's lineup.
Which one are you going to get?
You
You've already said it. You're going to get the Merc, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tarts car. With all the bling on the radiator and everything like that.
No, it's more internally, if I'm being honest. Because internally, I think Merc have nailed it.
Double Tarts car then. It's even tartier in it. It is mega.
I just think that the integration of the dash and the display is just, it's seamless. I do like this, the difference, and we'll inlay some shots so you can sort of see the difference, and we'll also inlay some Merc shots so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I do think that they've literally nailed it, and they've stepped it up a level. I think everybody else is going to catch them up, but I think at the moment they've certainly. But this just sits. This is nice. I can't knock it. It's like Paul chose well.
Right, Dom. Let's
He's full ginger of that kid.
let's fire up the Quattro. I'm in the X-Drive.
Doesn't sound as good though, does it?
Run somebody over.
Fire up the Quattro.
Let's fire up the X-Drive, and you can go for a little tootle. See what you make of the car. You've already been in the car this morning because you brought it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And you went, oh, it's nice.
I did actually.
A little knee roll.
I did, yeah.
Oh, it is nice. And I thought you were going to get here and go, yeah, it's all right. It's just a big BM, isn't it?
It is a big BM, but it's
nice.
It's an M car, and it's a proper M car.
Yeah.
It's not an M140i or an M135. Well, I'm not having a go. I'm not. I like that car, you know I did. I like that car better than you did.
No, it is proper M car, and I think the days of proper M cars are numbered as well. To be honest with you,
I like the headlights. The headlights.
Funky, then, aren't they?
Or the running lights. We need to get a picture of that. 'Cause that was good.
Yeah. Well, they're the new kind of the new halo lights, aren't they? Really funky, yeah.
The fit and all that.
Is it like a gentleman hooligan's car? Is that what we describe it as?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a Mercedes is just a hooligan's car.
Well, it's not, is it really? But I'm still thinking that, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. We're going to need to Google what the price of a new C63S is, because I'm still aiming at a new C63S.
Put your comments below if you think Dom's correct that the M5 and the C-Class.
No, I'm not saying the C-Class. I'm talking about the C63S, a specific car.
Oh, right.
So we're talking about the M5 and the C63S, not.
Yeah, okay. Not a 5 Series and a C-Class.
Yeah,
different things, are they?
Well, they are different things, yeah.
Okay. The M5 and the C63S are the same brackets of competition, or whether the M5 and the E63S are the same bracket of competition. And whoever gets the most votes buys coffee next time.
I'd buy the coffee every time. Oh, that'd be nice, that. Yeah, can we have a winner, please? Because it'd be quite pleasant for me to actually not fund the coffee.
Oh, sorry, I've got something stuck in my eye.
The world's smallest violin.
Yeah. Good. I think the big red stop-start button's a bit ostentatious in here.
Ah, there's the auto off. I wondered where it was. Thank you. Do you think it's an M car though? Sure, there's got to be some sort of wah-wah out there.
Wah-wah out there? Is that's as wah-wah out there as this interior's got, really, isn't it? It doesn't want to be wah-wah out there. Oh, confirm.
Oh, you've got to, when you press M2, you've got to confirm.
That was a disclaimer you signed then, by the way.
We'll stick to M1. We'll stick to
In
M1.
all fairness, I mean, we all sign disclaimers, don't we? You know, your app's just been updated, and it's got like, there's even a button now to just scroll to the bottom and agree, don't you? So you don't have to read all the T's and C's.
You need to design that, don't you?
Hey?
A woman.
A woman? Why?
Yeah, because let's face it, you don't want to listen to it.
I disagree, Dom. I wholeheartedly disagree, and I think you are. I think you do bad disservice to women there.
Wow.
Women in general.
Just women in general.
Women in general, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Gearbox, Dom. What are you making of the gearbox? So this isn't a DCT. This isn't auto box. It's tweakable.
It's as good as a DCT.
See, I'm glad you've said that, because I really can't be arsed with all these people who sit there going, it's not this, it's not. Guess what?
It's as good as a DCT.
To Mr. Average Joe, you and I know you're not called Joe, I know it's been a while, it's Dom, but to the average Joe who's driving a car fast and spirited, you can't tell, can you? It's just a good gearbox. It's fast, it's quick, it's punchy.
It's right.
And it's tweakable a bit. Is that its aggressive mode at the top?
It is in full aggressive mode. It is in full aggressive mode at the minute. Yeah, and full aggressive mode is definitely. There's a little bit of turbo lag. Definitely a little bit of turbo lag. Although we're doing 60 miles an hour again.
I was going to say it's quite deceptive, this vehicle, that you can't. There is a little bit of turbo lag. You're right. You put your foot down, a little gap, but then all of a sudden you're just thundering.
Yeah,
it
spools up, and then when it does spool up, it's like, but it holds on to it quite a long way. I was quite surprised. You know, you're still into sort of 6,000, it's still pulling, whereas normally at that level, and I thought that it dropped off, and it's just there for noise's sake. But it's certainly a good. But it pulls low, and it's, you know, yeah, I could.
You could have one of these.
Yeah.
So we're 4.4 litre V8 twin turbo, 600 brake, 553 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3 and a bit seconds.
Oh.
Threw some beans up here, Don. It does just keep pulling, doesn't it? You're expecting it. I'm like, you're expecting it to stop, and then it doesn't. It just keeps pulling. Look at that. It's just going and going.
It's astounding. It is like, literally, for the weight of car, it pulls like, yeah.
And it gets to the point where I feel like it should have changed gear, and it doesn't. It's got probably another couple of thousand revs, hasn't it? It just seems to keep going. I like it.
It's diesel like in its bottom end, how it pulls with the torque, but it carries on. Yeah, that's the right way to.
I know you said it's a heavy car, but it's pretty nimble. You're not having that?
No.
You're not?
I can feel the weight. Like, and I think probably what we should have done is maybe in the next heavy car we do, bring the GT3 out and go as a bit of a comparison and sort of jump out of something that's RS6 like. If we do an RS6, by the way, we'd like to do an RS6.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to.
Well, what we could do is we could take the GT3 out and just put like bags of sand in the boot. We haven't got a boot, has it? In the front, and just see how many bags of sand we need to get in there to replicate a heavier car. Yeah, and then we can sort of say
possibly might ruin the driving dynamics.
The RS6 is the equivalent to a GT3 with 16 kilos of sand in it. No, so that's having a rumble there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ant and Deck in the back, yeah? Let's get ready to rumble. No? I'd say, well, Ant and Deck would be lost in the back. They're only small, aren't they?
Yeah.
He'd get lost, he'd fall off, he'd need a little booster seat. Is it Ant or Deck? Because Ant in it, yeah. No, Deck. Deck's a small one, isn't he?
Got one.
Somebody said, I struggle, I can't tell them apart. And it's ridiculous, because they both look totally different. How can you not tell them apart? So, yeah, we've got the full shebang in here. Exterior wise, it's a cool looking car, understated. I think it looks great. It is 20-inch wheels, by the way. You didn't believe me, I've got an ad look. 20-inch wheels wrapped in Pirellis.
No. 4S's would be better, but you know.
Interior's mega. We've established it goes well. We've established it drives pretty well, given its size.
Yeah, it does drive. It drives better than pretty well. It drives very well. It drives right. It's like, you know. And the other thing I would say, and this is from the little bit that I've driven it, not at pace because it's not my car, so I'm not gonna kill somebody else's car because it's not for me to do that. But there's not a massive amount of understeer, which I was quite surprised at. It feels more rear-wheel driving than.
Well, it does do that. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but it's four-wheel drive, but then it goes into a rear-wheel drive bias.
Right, okay.
Or then you can switch it fully into rear-wheel drive, but it does have a rear-wheel drive bias. I'm not sure if that's an automatically done thing when you get going, or whether you have to switch it. There'll be a myriad of buttons to get through that we don't know about. So we've established it does all that. We're going to have a little bit of a go with Dom's Draggy in a minute. We're just going to pull up here because we're just getting across the border into Mexico. So when we've got through the border, we'll just pull up.
Yeah, we can sort of see what's what.
The weather's not so good in Mexico today, I'll be honest with you, is it?
Well, the weather's getting better.
Dry though.
It is dry.
It's dry and there's no freezing fog, which is a bonus. Which is what plagued us before Christmas.
Or biblical rain.
Yeah, or biblical rain. So yeah, we'll take it today.
You know.
So have a little, we're just through the border now, so have a little pull up round here, Dom.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Do we need to put it,
we're in auto.
How'd you launch it?
I don't know.
Press that down, press that.
Let's just do a normal.
Do we have to press start, or does it just go?
No, it just goes.
All right.
Well, I think, is this button to press start?
No.
No, okay. Here we go. Let's have a see what happens.
Let's see what happens. That was 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
That's really quite impressive going up a hill.
Well, what you need to do is sit in the passenger seat and try and look at the screen whilst your eyeballs are being accelerated through the back of your head.
I tell you what, it picks its feet up.
So that was 0 to 30 in 1.7 seconds. So that's get you out of the traffic lights very quickly. 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, and then 1/8 of a mile in 7.6. And then we won't read the rest of it out because somebody might do the calculations. But needless to say, fortunately we were in Mexico.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's quite fast, this car.
That's the first time I've ever really stamped on it and yeah.
So again, I'm pretty sure if you sat it in launch mode, but as it's not our car, maybe we better not do.
No.
But yeah, if you put it in launch, I'd imagine you'd be getting down to, so the manufacturer's claim is 3.4 to 60. I would imagine that's probably being generous as well, bearing in mind we just did 3.7.
Yeah, up a slight hill.
Up a slight hill with an amateur driver. We've not got a good reputation on our videos for launches though, have we? We had to stop and look for a video on the S3 on how to do it, and we've bogged down on various bits. So no, that was yeah.
Wow.
There you go. So I guess the verdict is to be said now then, Dom. It's a 90 grand plus options car new, £100,000.
I reckon it's 110. I don't think you would buy one that way.
Yeah, no one's going to go and slap down the cash, are they?
I would think that 90% plus of these vehicles are in
modern day life,
PCP.
monthly payments, done. Yeah. But I'd have one, just because I'd have one. It's cool.
I'd have one because they're mega.
So it looks cool. It's dead comfy. It's got all the trinkets inside that you need. All the boxes have been ticked. It goes like stink.
Yeah.
Done. Right.
Absolutely buy it.
Let's get one. If you've enjoyed watching us in the M5, which is our first video back in 2021,
yeah,
we just ask you to please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell.
Yeah, comment as well. Obviously, for me, for my comment as
yeah. Make sure.
I don't even care if it's a nasty comment. All comments are good.
So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video soon.
Yeah, we will.
Remember what car we got lined up? We got Dom's GT4 still to get through.
Yeah, we can.
Dom needs to get a tyre on it. Comment below. Dom, get a tyre on your GT4. I've been pecking his head for 2 months.
Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Dom's going to get a tyre on his GT4, and we'll be back in that very soon. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
This is going to pin my head badly.
You ready?
I'm braced yet.
Wow. This is definitely a 10-second car.
That's done 0 to 60 in 3.7 again. It's a fast car, this. Honestly, my head absolutely goes when he did that.
It's proper.
So we're in drive, and then what do we do? So we go across into neutral. Oh, there's a P down there, I've seen it. Saw that earlier. How long did it take you to find that?
Yeah, just when I went to put fuel in, I just put the car in neutral and pressed park. Well, I had to. I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm not a BMW fanboy like you.
And we had the exhaust on as well.
I know. How disappointing.
What's this one do?
Cameras. Well, I'm assuming.
Oh, cameras. Yeah.
Never.
I thought.
Wow.
I thought it was something to do with Pingu. It looked like that. Wah, wah. No. You know what's Pingu?
No.
You've been missing out.
Oh, it's electric thingies as well.
Electric ball massager.
Yeah.
I do like these seats. I think I can get some of these in my X3.
Probably, yeah.
I think they're probably worth about 4 times the amount of my X3.
But you probably need about 20 grand to get them though.
Well, why don't we just unbolt them when we get back and swap them over and see if Paul notices when you drop it back with him? People have been getting all the dogs stolen lately. We could just say, listen, Paul, somebody stopped us and robbed the seats, and Rick's very kindly put his X3 seats in yours, and he's had to walk home
Because he felt guilty.
Yeah, he's had to walk home. He's felt so bad about it.
So let's